We live in 800 sqft with a toddler and a baby. We bought a duplex in 2021 at 3.2 interest rate in a really nice area. Great school district. We are house hacking and renting out the other side. So we only have to pay $400 a month to live in this 2-bedroom 1-bath in 800 sqft. This is our first home and we have already had some major repairs. New roof, septic, new appliances. We have really outgrown the space and want a 2000 sqft newer home. Since my husband works from home as well, we had our home appraised and we could make approximately $150,000 on it. Interest rates are above 8 now, so it's hard to find anything that won't have a huge mortgage payment even with $100,000 down. Question is, do we just save up a bunch of cash for the next 3-5 years while kids are young and then buy a bigger home, or do we stick it out here and do some more renovations and convert attached garage to another bedroom? It's a small space and we wish we could entertain and have people over more. Have you considered using both units? Or even converting it to a SFH? I would say rent a larger place and rent your portion of the existing duplex for 2 income streams from that location, and continue to build equity at such a strong interest rate. Converting a garage is rarely a good decision when it comes to resale value. Cease renting the other part of the duplex. You already own the house you want. No moving. You stay in the same school district. The kids grow up in the same neighborhood. No outrageous new house cost. Continued low interest rates. No new mortgage and a house in good repair. You avoid buying a house with a need for new repairs. Real estate brokers. House hunting. Weird sellers and their demands. And house inspection process. No need to remove walls. Instant home office. Just install a new door between the 2 apartments of the house. Stick it out if you can is my advice. I lived in a 950 square feet duplex with 2 kids. It's crazy tight but doable. If you can stick it out 1-2 more years while renting out the other side. With your crazy low interest rates, I think you'll be a lot further ahead financially. Could be wrong, but man, shrugging my 2 cents. Your answer is in your first paragraph. Good school and good rate. Has revenue that makes it cost less for you. You already put money into it. You should hold for 3-5 years. My parents had 2 kids with a 2-bedroom, 1-bath 1000 sqft until I was 12. Truthfully, as kids you don't really care. Of course. This was back when your mom kicked you out of the house until dinner time. I would assume that your biggest issue is your husband's workspace. Can you set up an office in the garage without converting it? Or add on an office? That is what my solution would be. Don't convert the garage. A garage, even tiny single car, is a huge plus for a renter and resale value on the duplex. Rent out the duplex and rent your own place. Or save and stay. It depends on your family's goals and finances, but that's my 2 cents. Can you just tear down the wall and make your duplex into one larger house? IDK how duplexes work. How are the schools? If good, stay and take over the other side of the house. If the schools are bad, bite the bullet. Sell and buy a new place. The US is spoiled in space. Why not find an interior designer that can do a redesign to maximize your space? There's a channel on YouTube, Never Too Small, which has great design tips. Small kids can share a room comfortably. Improve your outdoor space. This could be your entertainment area with guests. Buy and use less stuff. Example, most people overdo it on clothing. Do you need 12 pairs of jeans? 3 winter coats? 10 pairs of shoes? Have a goal for the money you're saving living there. Do you want to travel more? See family? Could you go to them? Save for a better place as rates remain high? Pay down the current house? In the same sitch. 800 square feet with a baby and toddler. But without the duplex on the other side. We're staying until kids are done with daycare and honesty. It's annoying but livable. Have to make it work. It's called grit. You do realize people used to raise multiple kids in 800 SF. You are making good decisions financially right now. Don't just try to keep up with the Jones. God, I hate the term house hacking. Info. What kind of payment does your income support? If everything goes wrong tomorrow, no more money coming in. How long can you last with your current situation versus with the new obligation? How much do you still owe on the duplex? There will be more expenses. Have you saved for them? Are you maxing retirement accounts? Tax-advantaged education fund for your child? If all these things line up, you could look at buying something, I guess. But we're in an economic slowdown. Conventional logic says to stack up your money and work to pay off that duplex. I knew a family with 3 girls that lived in a 2BD condo till they paid it off and then bought a SFH. Now they rent out the condo and it pays their mortgage. Why not occupy both sides? That would be ideal for me and my wife. I can stink up my kitchen with my cooking and she can keep her piles of clothes on her side. Funny, in the US 800 square FT is small. City like Hong Kong, average unit 400 square feet is considered big. Save the cash while the kids are small. Wait hours, rates lower. Then pounce on a house then. I have a bunch of kids and the younger ones don't even remember our old house, and we moved 3 years ago. You are playing tug-o-war between a family decision and a financial decision. If you want more space, buy more space. If you want to do the best thing financially, stay put. Which is more important to you? Why not take over both sides of the duplex? Really nice area. Great schools. 3.2 mortgage rate. Low mortgage payments. Why isn't this a no-brainer? Is the rent on the other unit also providing income you can't do without? Don't sell, keep as future rental property. A few years now to scrimp, save, and live minimally is perfect for a young family. Spend all the time you can doing the great preschool things: park, zoo, children's museum. Buy bigger home in 2-3 years when kiddo will start school. I have 3 kids in a 984 sqft 3x1. Eventually I'd like to sell and move too, but who knows when that would be, haha. Stay and save for a few years. Rates have to go down eventually for a bigger home. Housing is one of a couple's greatest expenses. If you can have a really low mortgage, I'd hold into it and bank as much cash as you can. Stay put and save cash. Buying now could put you in a situation where you're stuck and upside down in a home for the next 10 years. I think maybe you're stuck on the small size of the home and not thinking how to maximize the space you have. Emo. Definitely don't move, cause right now it's crazy. Of course, living in small spaces with more people, you'll have to think outside the box, and it'll definitely be a minimizing mindset due to the space size, but just doable. Many people will prefer the extra safe income versus what's going on now. Of course, you still have the other unit that, if needed, you can just use. Use the garage for an office. Use both sides of the duplex. We now downsize to a 900 square FT condo. When we want to entertain, we just get an Airbnb for a day nearby. Cheaper than having a higher mortgage. Space is relative. PPL in other countries like Japan live in smaller homes. They are creative with living space. We were in similar situation when the kids were younger. But our schools weren't that great. So we ended up moving. We still have that started home and both units are rented out.